Traders, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to the show today. This is the battleground for the weekly review. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the market setups, take a look and see how our trade signals are taking place. And if you're wondering, if you're watching the Telegram channel, my FxBigDog trading channel, Telegram channel, and you've been noticing that you're getting these trade signals coming through and closing out these positions and making profits, and you're wondering what's going on, where is these signals coming from, where does Big Dog find this stuff, and why is he sending it over to us? Well, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you exactly what that means. I'm going to give you some details of exactly what it means to actually pick up a signal and how it's been done in the background. So when you get these signals coming through on Telegram, you can understand better why we're sending it and how we actually came around and implemented a trade on that particular currency pair. So we're going to give you those details right after this. Well, howdy traders, and welcome to the trading show today. And again, this is the weekly review. We look at trade opportunities for the week. We talk about setups. So we're going to be talking about a couple of things today, and want to go ahead and make sure that we cover the first thing that I think a lot of traders have been wondering about is these trade signals. So we're getting these Telegram trade signals coming through on Telegram, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. But I want to go ahead and give you also the details behind the scenes so that you can understand better exactly what that is and how this all came about. All right. Okay, so if you're wondering where am I broadcasting right now, it's on the side of my studio. So I got a little lazy today. I didn't really want to go into the studio and set things up in the studio, so I thought I'd go ahead and do it here at my trading station and do the broadcast today out of the trading station. So it's not the same background as you normally are used to, but it is what it is. Getting a little lazy today. Getting a lot lazy today. Hey, Adam, how you doing? We got Adam in the house. We got Robert here as well. Good day, Robert and Adam. Good to see you guys here. All right, so let's go into some details of exactly what it is that I'm referring to, and also go ahead and talk about the setups that we're looking at as well. So it's very important that everyone understands exactly what we do and how we do things, so that they can better understand and better be able to plan for the trades. So let me start off and go ahead and show you the actual trade signal here. So you're on the right hand side here. You'll see all these. This is the FxBigDog trading channel, and so all of these signals that are coming through right here, like you just seen just recently today, we had a close out on the on a buy on the Canadian Swiss. And so this Canadian Swiss right here, we had a couple of positions in. You can see it was one, two, three, four positions in. So we closed four positions in on the CAD Swiss, and we also have, of course, a MyFX book tracking the results, just to make sure that how we're trading. We want to make sure that we do have a success rate, and right now we've got a 95% success rate, so it's doing pretty good. And if you're wondering, oh, do I pay for these signals? No, at the moment, and I'm going to say at the moment, it is free. You just join my Telegram channel and you get these signals for free. And not am I only showing, of course, where we close out of positions, but also showing where we re-enter on positions as well. Now, let's go into the details, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how this all came about. So the first thing here is we actually had a session. It was an event that ran called the it was Mind Over Markets. There we go. Mind Over Markets event that took place a few weeks ago. And so the Mind Over Market was all about a couple of us expert traders came together, and we started talking about the markets and identifying different trading opportunities, different trading styles, and we discussed a few things. Now, in my session during that event, I went ahead and I spoke about the 2020 market prediction. And so I put together a document, and I'm going to go ahead and share that document, what it looks like right here. Let me go ahead and pull it up here. This is it right here. So this is the document right here. So if you look at this document here, you now see the document is indicating basically market direction. All right, it's showing us market direction for the market based on this setup right here. So you can see that we have different currency pairs. In fact, I've listed the 28 currency pairs, and based on the 28 currency pairs, we decided to pick the direction based on either bullish or bearish for 2022. Now, we also mentioned inside in the event as well, we also mentioned that there's a chance that even though we're looking at a long-term bearish move on a particular currency pair, there could be some short-term and some mid-term retracement moves. So it could be bearish overall, but then still be seeing some bullish retracements. And so let's go take a look at, for instance, let's take one here, Euro Swiss. I think I had that open up already. Yeah, let's go take a look at Euro Swiss. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Euro Swiss right here. And I'm going to break this down so that everyone can understand what it looks like. So here on the Euro Swiss, we had drawn in some swings going down right here, and I want to go ahead and mark this off here because I think it's important for everyone to understand exactly what it is that I'm doing here. So here we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and price came back down to wave 5. Now, it didn't quite hit wave 5 right here, which means that there is still a chance that price wants to move down lower before it goes back up north again. Now, we've been buying long on Euro Swiss, all right? Also specifically because we also traded back above this level of support right here. So if you take a look at our bias, we spoke about our bias here being on Euro Swiss being bullish, okay? Being bullish. And so what we're doing here is we're looking for, and then we've gone into the intraday setups, and what we're looking for is, of course, everything bullish on the Euro Swiss. So we've been trading it long, and we've been profiting on this actually quite a bit here. I think we just recently closed out a position on this. Let's take a look here. Euro Swiss. I'm almost certain we did. Let's see here. Euro Swiss. There we go. Okay, so we did actually have a trade. We closed out in here. I don't know if we placed. Yeah, we've placed quite a few trades on this. So we've placed quite a few trades, and we've been profiting on some of them. Profiting, in fact, all of the trades. And so you can see right here, we have been buying Euro Swiss right here. So what we do here is so that you can understand what how it all comes about. So what we do is we identify the directional buys, the long-term directional buys, and then we look for short-term opportunities. And then what we use is we use automation to be able to get in on these trades and actually place these trades. So even though I'm using automation to enter the trade, I'm using a hybrid trading approach where I'm identifying market direction and then taking the market direction and then deploying the EA, which is the expert advisor, and deploying it in that direction so I don't have to sit and watch the trade all day, every day, all night, every night. I just let the system trade for me. Okay, so there is this automation mixed with, of course, technical analysis. And so as we go through the week, when you get in these trades, what we're doing is we're breaking it down. And I do live sessions. I've got a trading room that I'm part of, which is called a hybrid trading room. And if you want to get more information on that, just go ahead and send out a message in our description. So in the comments box of the video, not in the comments of the actual chat that we're chatting right now, but if you go to the comment box of the video and you go ahead and request some information, I'll get that information out to you exactly how to be able to get to my trading room. So the hybrid trading room takes place on a Monday, Tuesday, and then also, of course, on a Thursday. And what we do is we go through and break down market analysis on each currency pair. And so we'll look at different setups. And this is how we go about it. So again, using the Swiss right here as an example, I'm going to go ahead and break it down on a 4-hour right here, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm looking and expecting on the Swiss. So the Swiss right here, We have the market creating a wave 1 right here. Now remember, this is a 4-hour time frame now that I've broken it down. We had a pullback. We were absolutely looking to buy going long. Now that the market's in this correction move, we also understand that this correction move is just a fourth wave correction because we've now completed the third wave. We could expect the price to go down to this level. So we're pretty much at this point where we're now expecting price to have another final rally. And then after that final rally, we may go ahead and sit in the sideline on the Euro Swiss as we wait for the Euro Swiss to go ahead and give us either a good confirmation of a sell-off. Because remember, traders, that when the market completes this structure, and I'm going to go back here and explain to everyone what it looks like. It looks like this. We have wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if we're in this wave 4 and we're expecting price to rally and we know it's going to come to a wave 5 target here, once the market comes to this level right here, we're actually expecting a deeper correction move. So we're expecting price to fall all the way back down to take out this wave 4. So although we're bullish long term on the Euro Swiss franc, we're definitely going to monitor the turning points with inside the structure, because that's going to help us to take these short-term profits going south, profit on the shorts, profit on the longs, profit on the shorts right here, but understanding and recognizing these turning points in the market. And so what I do is I monitor these turning points and I make decisions on my expert advisor as to whether or not I want to be buying or selling a particular currency pair. And so this one right here, Euro Swiss franc, I would be looking to continue to buy because we're looking for the price to go to a short-term target all the way up here. And I'm going to mark that off. In fact, I'll just throw the number out there, 1.0674. So we're looking for price to go to 1.0674 right about here. Now, when it gets to this level right there, then I would be expecting price to come back into a deeper correction move. And so if I do get enough confirmation that price is hitting resistance, I will go ahead and start looking to short-term sell the Euro Swiss franc. Now, just so that everyone understands that we know that we could be wrong, right? And so if I'm going to be wrong on this, let's say I decide to trade a fifth wave up here and I'm expecting price to sell off, but price doesn't and it continues to move back up. Then it goes to the question that Robert has here. Do we use a dollar cost average on these signals when price goes against us? So this comes back to this question right here. Do we use a dollar cost averaging trading approach? And the answer to that is absolutely. Yes, we do. Because what we're doing is, the reason why we use a dollar cost averaging is that if I'm wrong and price doesn't fall initially towards this target, I don't want to be stopped out here with my stop behind the U-turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for another good level to go ahead and look to sell again. And I will go ahead and sell the market back down south again, because I know that ultimately the market will come back down to this level at some point in time. And I have to look for good levels of resistance to re-enter and sell the market again and cost average as we look for price to drop back down here. So if I'm wrong, the only difference is whether I'm wrong or right is if I'm wrong, it's going to take me longer to get to my target, but I'm still going to get there and I'm still going to make money. Or possibly what's going to happen is if I'm right, then of course we'll get to our target a lot quicker. Okay. Now, if anyone was thinking that we're using fundamentals to make the trading decisions, the answer to that is no. Most of our decision is based on technical analysis and, of course, technical rules. All right, rules around technical setups, which means that using different forms of indicators to help us with the trading decisions. Okay. Now that you've got that concept and understand a little bit more about what we're discussing here, and know the history or the back, what's happening in the background. All right, when we look for these trade setups, let me go through a couple of setups right here that's going to be able to help you guys on some trades that you're looking at. All right, so I'm going to go into a couple of setups right here. Now, the one thing I like to do is, just as a quick sort of indication, anytime I'm in a sell, like for instance, US dollar CAD, we spoke about this morning, so I'm not going to touch on that because we might have guys that are in my trading room that are watching this video too. But we did touch on the US dollar CAD, and we said that we're short on US dollar CAD. We actually got multiple positions in on US dollar CAD. In fact, we got 9 positions in on the US dollar CAD. But we're about 30 pips away from getting to a break-even point, which means that we're not going to be too far away from that before we actually start taking profit. In fact, we're looking at about a 40 pip net profit on that US dollar CAD position before we go ahead and close out. So let me take a position that right here, US dollar. If you take a look at pound US dollar right here, pound US dollar, we indicated that we were looking bearish for 2020. That was our prediction here. 2020, we're looking bearish. And so we're in some shorts already. But let's take a look and see what that looks like on the pound US dollar. I'm going to go to the pound US dollar right here. And let's open up the chart. All right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the daily time frame. And I'm going to just get a bigger look, a better outlook of what's going on. Now, if you remember, we mentioned that we bearish. All right, let's go back here to the market prediction. We bearish for 2022. Right, that's the market prediction. We bearish for 2022. And now, if we go down to the chart right here, let's take a look over here. So if I go to the charts, why would I say that I'm bearish? Why would I say that I'm bearish on 2022? Well, if you just take a look over here on, and I'm going to go ahead and kill some fibs here. Actually, let's do this. Instead of killing my analysis, let's take a look right here. If you notice here on the chart, notice that we had a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. So because there is a wave structure that confirmed that we are in this 5th wave, my next target is going to be the 4th wave low right here. So which means the reason why we said that we bearish on US dollar, or at least pound US dollar, is because we are anticipating price to move down to this level right here. Okay. Now, and that price is around about 126 if you wanted to find out what the number was. All right. It's about 1.26. So now what I want to do is, because I'm expecting price to drop down to this level, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to look to see where are our market cycles here, because I know that we're going to go into a corrective move, but it's also going to be in a 3-wave structure. But the 3-wave structure will have an internal wave structure of a 535. So to get in, without getting too deep into the weeds, I'm just going to go ahead and give you high level outlook of what I'm looking at right here. I'm looking for price to go ahead and create a wave 1, 2, 3. We now just had a correction move right here. So that'll be our 4th wave up here. It also came back to retest that previous wave 1 high. So on the pound US dollar, I would be expecting pound US dollar to sell off. Now, you're probably thinking, Big Dog, hold a second. We just had news come out last week. Jobs came out. Dollar rallied. We didn't expect that to be too long, and clearly it isn't. And I've been talking about dollar weakness, and we said that we're probably going to see some dollar weakness. Well, true. It's true. But remember, we're dealing with 2 currencies, pound and, of course, the US dollar. And no country wants a strong currency. It doesn't help with the economy, doesn't help with things to build up GDP. Nothing's good having not many things are good having a very strong currency. Countries know that, of course, and the central banks know that too. So if we look at this, we're dealing with 2 currencies. So it doesn't necessarily mean because the dollar's weakening that we're going to see a pound dollar rally. Because we also have to take a look and see what's happening with the pound itself, and it might be a battle. There might be a battle between the two of trying to determine which one is actually weaker. That's going to go ahead and set the directional bias. And we might have pound that might be weaker, even though they're both weak. We might have pound that's weaker than the US dollar that'll end up pushing the pound US dollar bearish, even though we do have a weak US dollar. So you got to realize that. So coming back to my technicals here, let's go ahead and put the technicals back here. Here we go. Now you can see right here, based on what I just said right here, I'm looking for price to come down to this wave low right here. And so here is my swings. Look at my swings right here. I'm looking at a wave 1, 2, 3. This is where price comes back to test wave 1, and I can go ahead and mark it off right here. There we go. So there we go. Wave 1, 2, 3. Here is 4, and now I'm looking for price to go to 5. Okay, and so because I have this structure in play, I now know that the market is here at the wave 4, and so I would be looking at trading everything bearish in an internal structure. Wave 1, remember, it goes all the way back down again. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. So we'll have this sort of like market reaction and market setups. Okay, so now that we know that, what do we want to do? Well, I want to deploy bearish on my system. So you should be looking at everything bearish on pound US dollar. Let's take a look and see if we've got any trades in already. So if I go over here and I look at the open positions we have, do we have any? And I'm going to try and see if I can get to pound crosses. In fact, let's go to this right here. Let's go to exposure. That gives us, these are all the positions we're in currently right now. And as you look over here, I don't have any pound setups at the moment right now, which means that we haven't lined up for a setup to start selling yet. And I do everything based off the 15-minute time frame. So let's go back to the charts. Let's go to a 15-minute time frame. And on the 15-minute time frame, check this out. All right. So this is on this is the fourth wave right here. Okay. So take a look right here. This swing from this high right here all the way down to this low right here created a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now it's gone into a retracement. So guess what? We're expecting bearish again, right? And so if I go ahead and put in fibs on this from here all the way down here, we know now that price, if I go to a larger time frame, price is chasing after this level right here. So we know that the pound US dollar is on its way down to around about 1.3116. So 131.16. So if I get any bearish signals on the pound US dollar, you will actually start getting signals pop up here inside this Telegram channel. So if you have not, I'm going to remind everyone, if you have not checked out the description below, check out for my Telegram channel. Make sure that you go ahead and connect with my Telegram channel to get these trade signals, and know that when you get these trade signals, the process that I'm going through is exactly what you're seeing right here. All of those trades that you get is based on market analysis, looking for turning points of the market, and then identifying that and actually trading in that direction. Okay. And so all the signals you see will be based on a cost averaging. So if I'm not right with the first entry point, I'll re-enter and re-enter until, of course, the market does move to my target. But if I do see that I got it wrong and I have to look for a way out, I will be closing out all my positions at a certain level and then probably looking to change the direction and moving in the opposite direction. So and I don't do that too often. It's going to have to take a lot for me to go change direction. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And if you ask the question, if you're asking and wondering the question, what makes you change your direction? Well, I have to see a turning point of a major swing be taken out. If the market takes out a higher turning point based on these market cycles, then I may go ahead and look to reverse a position. So it's not like I would do it overnight so quickly. One day we bullish, next day we bearish, next day we bullish again. It wouldn't be that frequently. All right. All right. So pound US dollar, bearish on pound US dollar, looking for pound US dollar to drop back down to around about 131 and change. Let's call it 131. What is that price? 131.19, give or take a few. All right. So that's the pound US dollar. Now let's go into a couple of more pairs, and let's pull up a couple of more pairs right here. I'm going to bring up this. Let's look at, let's pull up a pound JPY. Let's take a look at pound JPY. We short pound JPY. Let's take a look and see why. So if I go to pound JPY right here, go to the daily time frame, pull up the data. This is why I'm short on the pound JPY. See the market, how the market hit resistance here? Yeah, we hit support. Yeah, we hit support. And now we back up at resistance right here. So if you look at it right here, you can see this level right here is acting as a strong level of resistance. Here we have a strong level of support. So we're expecting, if price, and I'm going to go ahead and say this and make sure that everyone's clear on this. If price continues to hold at this level, we will then look for price to drop back to this level. Now, there is some short-term support. There it is there. There's some support right here that's coming off this previous high right here. We're going to have a temporary support level there, and we'll get a temporary support level there as well. So there will be bounces where the market will do something like this, where it will sell off, probably bounce here, then go back up, bounce there, go there, bounce back up, bounce there, drop down there, go back up there, and bounce there. So we'll have this type of market swing reaction in the market as it goes ahead and works its way back down to the bottom of the range. But one thing is clear, that we do have support here. All right. We have resistance at the top. So if price holds you at the resistance, then our outlook to the downside should be down there around about 124, maybe 124.50. Okay. So that's going to be on the pound JPY. Now, granted, being on the pound JPY right here, we're currently looking for sells. Okay. And I might be in on a few positions on this already. Let's take a look right here. Pound JPY. There it is there. Yes, we are. Okay. So we've got a trade already in. And it looks like we've only got the one trade that is active, and that is at 155.45. So let's go back to the chart. So 145.50, 150. Hang on, let me go back to that again. 155.45. Yeah, I was right. So 155.45. Let's go ahead and plot that in. And I'm looking for 145. Looks like around about here. Okay, give or take a few there. So we're currently right here, we're selling. All right, that's our sell right there. Currently selling. Now, if I look at the short-term setups right here, let's go get a quick look at the 1 hour. Okay, so let's go ahead and clearly, traders, there's no doubt that the market has gone ahead and created swings going south. Okay, but we've had this deep pullback right here. Deep pullback. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this off, and I'm actually going to go ahead and look at this like, because price looks like came up to this low right here. I'm going to start off and just call this my wave 1 to 2. This is going to be wave 1 to 2. And then from a wave 2, I'm going to go all the way down here. And I'm going to look for price to continue bearish. Now, we can go ahead and put some short-term trend lines in right here. They can give us a sort of an indication if we can see a break of channel line. And you can see right here, already starting to happen. Right here. Right, so the market's already breaking through the channel line. We're coming back to retest it. So we're currently shorting, and we shorted 155.40, and we're actually looking for the downside target to be about here. We're looking for price to drop back down to, let's call it this level right here. And that's priced at 151.66. So looking for price to drop down here. All right. So we've got plenty of profit. We've got about 400 pip opportunity as price goes ahead and works its way from this turning point down to this level right here. So pound JPY is looking to continue to be bearish, all right, down to that level. So you'll probably see me still continuing to sell on pound JPY. You'll see pound JPY signals coming in. Now, when will I change my directional bias? Well, I will change my directional bias if we do see price trading back above this level right here. If price trades back above that level right here, then you'll probably see me, I'll even go ahead and post something, but I'll probably say that I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge. If price goes up here, we'll keep adding positions, but I'm always going to be looking to get out of my shorts and then look to reverse it and start looking to go long. So as long as price staying below this level right here, I'm going to be bearish on pound JPY, and I'm going to be looking for bearish signals and loading up my trade and continue to sell pound JPY until, of course, we get to our target down here, or of course, if price down over here is taken out. If price takes out that level, then we're going to go ahead and make a decision to get out of the trade and look to reverse the position. But we got to be real careful though on this. Some traders get to a point where they get in on a trade, or they trade based on panic, and sometimes when the market does take out these highs, and price goes like this and takes out the highs, they straight away, they right off the bat trying to get out of their position and to reverse their position in the opposite direction, instead of looking at the market and saying, doesn't matter though it doesn't matter that the market has taken out this high. We still understand that the market's going to wave. And if the market does take out the high, what we got to do is we got to look and see, why did it take it out? Is there a reason why it took it out? Is there a swing going up that's given us a fifth wave target or a third wave target that we can possibly go ahead and look for a bounce off that and get out on the bounce? Because that's going to help you save a bunch of money if you can understand that if the market's taken out the previous high, clearly we got this trend wrong. But it means that there is a trend that's playing out. And even that trend has market cycles that we can look to go ahead and reverse our position once the market gets to the top of that cycle. Because once the market completes a five-wave structure, it's called an impulse move that does make this an attractive setup to go ahead and look to. Sorry, let me just kill that. It does look like an attractive setup for us to go ahead and look to sell the setup bearish. All right, if it takes out those highs. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and end off with that. And let's go take a look at the last setup. I think something might have come off. Let me take a look over here. See if we got a setup here that did close off. And it looks like, nope, the last trade signal was at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. So it does look like the last setup that we did get in, or at least got out, was at on the on the CAD Swiss right here, and that was 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me take a look at the last entry point that we got. So these are closes that we've taken over here. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Oh, hang on. So we opened a trade here, and then we close it here. So today, no open positions yet. No open positions today yet, but we did get some other trades that did pay out right there. So we're clearly going to go ahead and wait and see if we can get another setup. So keep a close eye on the actual Telegram channel. All the trades will be coming through here. Check it out. And now, at least now, you guys have a much better idea of exactly what these signals are and what it is and what it means when we go ahead and buy and sell a position. So I will be doing an update every Monday. We'll be talking about this every Monday. We're going to go into a lot more detail about these trades in every Monday session. But I wanted to go ahead and make sure that you guys understood what it is that we do in the background in order to be able to generate these trades, so that if you're following some of these trades, you have a better understanding of what my mind thinking is. And if you come into these live sessions, you can absolutely go ahead and ask me questions about these trades, and we'll go ahead and address those questions inside the sessions. And that's why we will have this as a live session on a Monday. All right. And that should be it for us today. All right, traders. Well, that's it. Thank you very much. Do you have a video breaking down so we got a question here. Do we have a video breaking down the Elliott wave structure by any chance? No, I do not have that. Although I do talk about Elliott wave in a lot of my sessions. So check out a lot of my videos. Check out all my videos. I do, every time I talk about trade setups, we talk about Elliott wave structure. All right, every single time. All right, traders. Well, that pretty much wraps up the session for today. I want to go ahead and thank everyone for coming in. Appreciate everyone being here. I know it is everyone's got a very busy schedule, but thank you for joining us. Thank you for going ahead and subscribing to the channel. And if you have not, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, smash the like button as well. We'd love to get as many people as possible subscribing to the channel, but also liking this video as well. We want to get this video out to as many people as possible. Go ahead and like the video, share the video with your friends on social media. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your support. This is FxBigDog signing off.